Man, I'm loving the UFC organization, man. Some of these fighters are based. This one is for the real UFC fans, man. I'm really loving this organization, man. You know, what Dana White has done with the UFC organization is nothing but just amazing. The story is amazing. Just from me being a UFC fan myself, from watching it in the beginning and how it evolved to what it is today, it's nothing but amazing, man. And, you know, obviously we know Dana White has a relationship with one of the greatest presidents on this universe for the United States of America, President Donald Trump, making America great again. I know I'm triggering you by wearing my hat as I choose to do so. I'll digress. But Dana White, you know, he's been in the news. He's got some controversy around the pay with some of the fighters, and I hope they work that all out. But what he's done with the organization has been amazing, and I hope that he keeps it up, man, because there's real fight fans like myself and many of you that might be watching this that really enjoy the fights. Like last night, they had some really good fights. But some of the fighters are based, and we already know Colby Covington is one of the base fighters. Has no punch card, never held back how he felt about the country. He wears the Make America Great Again. He loves his stance. He is a great American. He loves this country, and he don't care about what nobody feels or thinks. He's going to say what he wants to say. So I want to play something that he said during the post-press conference of his fight, which was a really good fight. Shout out to him over his win over Masvidal. Very good fight. So let's hear what he's got to say.
Mr. 45, President Trump, greatest living American and greatest president in history, man. The things he did for this country, all you liberals out there that say he didn't, look at inflation, look at, you know, our open borders. Our fucking country's going to shit right now without him. So we need him back in 2024.
Facts.
Trump 2024, and you know, he's going to come back and make America great again.
All facts. All facts. What he said is true. We all see it. I don't care what side of the political aisle you're on. We all see where the country is going. There wasn't any war stuff going on. Trump had peace in the Middle East. You know, he was going to meet with the joker out of South Korea, which most people it was absurd. I mean, Trump was just amazing, man. Our economy was booming. I mean, look at the real estate, housing is off the chain. The stock market was off the chain. People were opening up businesses. Unemployment rates were at an all-time low for everybody. Everybody was winning under Trump. Everybody was winning, all the way down to diabetes medication, everything. You name it, we were doing well under Trump's administration, man. And to be honest with you, I miss him. I miss Trump. I miss his mean tweets. You know, I miss some of it, man. And, you know, there's a lot of things that Trump could have did differently. There's a lot of things where the Republican Party dropped the ball on. But overall, we cannot refute the fact that our economy was booming under Trump. And right now, under the chief of thief in the position of the White House today, I mean, our economy is going to shit. What Colby said is true. We're in inflation. It's obvious that there's something going on with this whole Ukraine stuff. You know, I choose not to speak on it because I'm not well-rounded on it, and we know that there's a lot of propaganda out there, right? We don't know what's true and what's not. We really don't know what's going on. So, you know, we see what's going on. We see what our economy is doing. We see the lies that this Joe Biden has told people literally on national TV when it comes to not banning fracking. And then the first thing he does is ban fracking, gets rid of the Keystone pipelines, kills jobs. But then we hear the rhetoric and the hypocrisy of we're going to put more sanctions on Russia, yada, 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 but yet he's still buying oil from Russia. And you can't make it up, y'all. So we know what's up. We're not going to go in depth on that. I don't want to dilute the message, but Colby Covington, he's never held his tongue. He's always told it how it is. And I appreciate him, man. I appreciate him for that. We need to continue. I hope he continues to make men again in the UFC because he beat Woodley's tail that one fight, man. And I loved it when Woodley came in there with all that, man, I'm doing this for the Black Lives Matter. I loved it. But another person I want to go into, man, which is one of my new favorite
the whole Russia and
which is one of my new favorite fighters, is Bryce Mitchell, man. I believe he's either 15-0 or 16-0 at the moment. Last night he had an amazing fight. It was brutal. Shout out to him and his win. But he's one of my new favorites of UFC. The guy loves his country. He loves the state that he lives in, and he's not holding no punchlines back. Obviously, we know how the media works. They asked him some questions, political questions, something that usually didn't take place in the UFC leading up until our social climate and our political climate that we have in this country. And I hope that the UFC and these fighters can maintain, standing on their standing on their principles and values of loving this country and respecting the Constitution and putting God first and combating the narrative of demonizing one group of people because they don't think like the other political aisle does, right? So Bryce Mitchell, obviously they asked him about things that are taking place in Ukraine and between Russia, and he has some really good choice words that are based and are 100% facts, right? Which is the reason why I don't report on the Ukraine and Russian stuff, because I really don't know what's going on over there. I don't. And it baffles me that we know that fake news media is propaganda, that Trump was right. They put out fake information, misleading information. They demonize one group of people, and they are literally a part of the Democratic cabal. So I don't believe or trust anything what the media puts out there, especially whenever I see the Democrats saying, we need to stand behind a particular country or group, right, that I don't really know what's going on over there because we can't trust the media. And then we know that the Democratic cabal be lying. So it's like, man, I'm staying out of this. I'll touch up on things that make sense, which I'm going to do a video on the fact that Russia is pushing legislation, law, to make it criminal punishment for anybody that puts out misinformation, which made all the big news media draw back, right? Which I'll go into on that content. But I want you guys to hear what Bryce Mitchell had to say.
I just wanted to get your thoughts on the whole Russia and Ukraine situation.
Here's my first thought is I'm not going nowhere to fight none of these wars for these politicians. I'm staying at home, and when the war comes to Arkansas, I will dig my boots in the ground and I will die for everything I love, and I will not retreat. If this country's invaded and everybody's saying, well, we gotta evacuate, we gotta leave, I will not. I will dig my boots in the Arkansas soil and I will fight for the people that I love, for the land that I love, and the way of life that I love. But I'm not going overseas to fight. I don't know what's going on, to be honest, brother. I really don't. There's so much stuff, and I don't think nobody knows what's going on fully. There's been so much political corruption in that area. You got Biden and his son making a shit ton of money off of and using our tax dollars to bribe their people. That's treasonous in my opinion. So you got Hunter Biden and his son using our tax dollars. Hey, if Ukrainian government, if you don't do this, we're taking your tax dollars. He shouldn't be giving our tax dollars to that country anyway. We got veterans out here sleeping on the street, and you're going to give our freaking tax dollars to these Ukrainians and all. Brother, I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm not going over there and fighting, and God bless anybody that's over there fighting, and I hope that the shit just gets solved. And, man, I don't like war. You know what I mean? I don't want people dying and all that stuff. I don't want to be, but I don't know what's going on. There's so much stuff that I think that's corrupted that we just don't know what's truly going on over there. And I pray all those people are safe.
Well, I just wanted to get...
And I agree with them. I said at the beginning of the video, we don't know what's going on over there. Obviously nobody wants war. No, we value life. We don't want war. But we know how the Democrats are. We know these politicians. Some of them on both sides, they love war. They love it. So, I don't want to touch up on it too much because we know how social media is with the censorship. But what he said is base. Biden and his family, they're corrupt. I mean, they're funneling money, they're doing this, and then yet, we're going to put sanctions on Russia, but yet we're going to still buy oil from Russia when we were already an oil independent country. We were even exporting it under Trump's administration. Make it make sense. So what he's saying is true, man. Shout out to Bryce Mitchell, man. That's his social media handle, Thug Nasty. I can't talk about the other things that Bryce Mitchell stands for when it comes to 2A, et cetera, but you got to go to his page. When I tell you this is a true American that respects our military, our veterans, man, shout out to this man. I'm a big fan of you now. Continue to keep kicking ass and beating people up in the UFC, man. And I hope the UFC maintains what they're doing, man, and these fighters maintain their stance and not get bullied by the mob, right? Like they tried to do with Joe Rogan with Spotify, right? Making fake compilations, trying to spin a narrative as if someone is racist or whatnot, right? We know that's what they do. We know that the reason why these reporters throw in these political questions is because they're trying to hook and snag and you know, cancel. They're trying to get people canceled. So I ain't going to talk long, man. I appreciate you guys as always watching, tuning in. Please, if this is your first time, please subscribe, hit the like button, make sure you comment. Everybody knows I will literally comment and respond back to all my comments because I'm very grateful and appreciative of each and every one of you. My merch site is still under construction. I'm working on it, but I got some great designs and merchandise coming for you guys so that you can wear things so you can express yourself while people like me actually express it for you through our words and our mouths and don't care what nobody says. And it's another way that you can support me. So I really enjoy doing what I do, man. I love y'all. It's your boy, Craig Long 45, and I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, oi. You're old.